can do this practice sitting on the floor or in a chair, lying down, or even walking, whatever feels the most accessible to you right now. And just take a moment here to get comfortable. Start by feeling your sits bones beneath you, or feeling your feet if they're touching the ground. Just notice anywhere that your body is making contact with the floor, and where you can feel yourself being supported by the earth. So you can find a spot in front of you to look at, or close your eyes now if that feels okay. And right away, I just want you to start focusing your attention inside and see if you can drop into a sense of your own presence. This practice is about seeing if we can connect to our core self, to the you that isn't apart. And there's no right or wrong way to do this. There's no right or wrong way to be present. So release any effort to making anything happen here. We're simply being with what is. And I'm going to start by inviting you to ask yourself a question. What is here now when there's no problem to solve? What is here now when there's no problem to solve? And noticing if a part comes up that wants to solve that question, and just letting that part relax too, thanking it for its work, and inviting it to notice too, what's here when there's no problem to solve? When there's no agenda beyond simply being here now. No agenda beyond noticing and listening with presence. Connecting to the you that just is. And notice what qualities begin to show up. I invite you to notice and welcome the quality of curiosity. And, if present, notice what's there when it feels absent. Noticing the sensations of apathy, judgment, or indifference. Without thinking or solving, just noticing and feeling. And then return your attention again to remembering the quality of curiosity. Inviting the feelings and sensations of curiosity, whatever that means for you. To have openness, to have a sense of wonder, to have a desire to learn something new with an open mind. To be curious. And if you want, you can say to yourself, I welcome the quality of curiosity. And now, notice and consider the quality of connectedness. And, if present, notice what's there when it feels absent. Noticing its opposite, the sensations of disconnection and separateness. Without thinking or solving, just noticing and feeling. And then return your attention again to remembering connectedness. Inviting the feelings and sensations of connectedness, whatever that means for you in your mind or body. To have connection to your own heart, to have a sense of camaraderie with the world and the people around you, to have the sense that you and your suffering a part of a common humanity, to be connected. And if you want, you can say to yourself, I welcome the quality of connectedness. And then I invite you to notice and welcome the quality of courage. And, if present, notice the experience of its opposite, of what's there when it feels absent. Noticing the sensations of avoidance and cowardice. Without thinking or solving, just noticing and feeling. And then return your attention again to remembering courage. Inviting the feelings and sensations of courage, whatever that means for you. To have bravery, to have strength in the face of fear or vulnerability, to have the willingness to be with and face difficult situations, to be courageous. And if you want, you can say to yourself, I welcome the quality of courage. Next, I invite you to notice and be curious about the quality of creativity. And, if present, notice what's there when it feels absent. Noticing the sensations of boredom, stuckness, or feeling uninspired. Without thinking or solving, just noticing and feeling. And then return your attention again to the quality of creativity. Inviting yourself to remember the feeling of creativity, whatever that means for you. To have imagination, to have a sense of flow, to have a sense of play and daydreaming, to have access to new thoughts and experiences, to be creative. And if you want, you can say to yourself, I welcome the quality of creativity. And then, see if you can notice and welcome the quality of confidence. And, if present, notice the experience of its opposite, of what's there when it feels absent. Noticing the sensations of insecurity and self-doubt. Without thinking or solving, just noticing and feeling. And then return your attention again to remembering confidence. Inviting the feelings and sensations of confidence, whatever that means for you. To have presence, to have a sense of capability, to have a sense of growth and the ability to manage whatever comes your way. To be confident. And if you want, you can say to yourself, I welcome the quality of confidence. And now I invite you to notice and welcome the quality of compassion. And, if present, notice what's there when it feels absent. Noticing its opposite, the sensations of cruelty, hate, criticism, and harshness. Without thinking or solving, just noticing and feeling. And then return your attention again to remembering compassion, inviting the feelings and sensations of compassion, whatever that means for you, in your body and mind. To have kindness, to have a sense of open-heartedness, to turn towards the suffering of yourself or others with genuine love and care. To be compassionate. And if you want, you can say to yourself, I welcome the quality of compassion. And then notice and welcome the quality of clarity. And, if present, notice what's there when it feels absent. Noticing the sensations of cloudy thinking, confusion, or brain fog. Without thinking or solving, just noticing and feeling. And then return your attention again to the quality of clarity, inviting yourself to remember the feeling of clarity, whatever that means for you. To have insight, to have a sense of objectivity, perception, and deep understanding, to see things clearly. And if you want, you can say to yourself, I welcome the quality of clarity. And now, notice and welcome the quality of calmness. And, if present, notice the experience of what's there when it feels absent. Noticing the sensations of anguish, resistance, or agitation. Without thinking or solving, just noticing and feeling. And then return your attention again to remembering calmness, inviting the feelings and sensations of calmness, whatever that means for you. To have a sense of serenity, regardless of circumstances. To have a sense of surrender, a sense of peace. To be calm. And if you want, you can say to yourself, I welcome the quality of calmness. Finally, notice and welcome the experience of wholeness. And, if present, notice what's there when it feels absent. Noticing the sensations of grief, of the loss of wholeness. Without thinking or solving, just noticing and feeling. And then return your attention again to remembering wholeness. Inviting the feelings and sensations of wholeness, whatever that means for you. To feel harmony, to feel whole, to be plenty. And if you want, you can say to yourself, I welcome the experience of wholeness. I welcome the me that just is. And you can maybe imagine this core self of you as a still, pure light. And spend some time inviting any of these qualities of self to light up any nerve, cell, or part of you that is willing to receive it at this moment. Allowing the qualities of curiosity, connectedness, courage, creativity, compassion, clarity, calm, and wholeness to be present in whatever way feels right for you at this time. And notice how any parts inside respond to receiving this self-energy that you have to offer them, knowing that whatever response or reaction is okay. Remember, this is a practice, and it is all in service of building an ongoing relationship with self, so that the parts of your system that try so hard to protect you and solve problems for you, these parts that are maybe holding burdens in the forms of thoughts, feelings, impulses, stories, or sensations, can feel a little less alone. We are doing this practice so that these parts can get to know you, this self of you that isn't a part, this self of you that just is, this self that cares so much about them. This practice is about connecting to self so that the self can be there with these parts, without any agenda, other than simply letting them know they're not alone. So just continue to notice these qualities of self in whatever way is right for you, and notice the more embodied, spacious sense of who you are that exists there. Knowing that whatever you're feeling is okay. Knowing that we're just being with what is. And as we bring this exercise to a close, just invite whichever of these qualities that want to stay to remain present as you continue on with your day, knowing that in every moment you have the ability to respond to yourself and the circumstances around you with calmness, clarity, compassion, confidence, creativity, courage, connectedness, and curiosity, if and when it feels right for you. And once you've finished, just come back to the sound of my voice and to the room around you, orienting back to where you are in this present moment. And I want to know if anything feels different from just a few moments ago. Are there any shifts in how your body feels, however tiny or subtle? Maybe you feel lighter, maybe you feel a little more clear, or maybe this has brought some stuff up for you, and that's okay too. If you can, just check in with yourself and see if there's anything else you need in this moment. Remember, this is all about being curious, about trying something new, and learning how to be there for yourself and your nervous system with as much kindness as you can. So thank you for doing this practice with me. Remember to take breaks and go gently. I'll see you next time.